Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the desert. Me and Ampu are always happy to greet you. Give me the seat rep and let's get started with today's video. We'll say that in this video, we're gonna take some advice. We're gonna learn things. We're gonna take a look at our mistakes and know how to improve and be all insightful about it and be motivated to become a better person. But to be honest, guys, I honestly just want to laugh my behind off with you. And we're still going to learn along the way, but that's going to be our main priority. So let's get started right away with this woman who's talking about dating. Let's have a listen.
Guys on Tinder, please, what the fuck are you doing? You know that this is like your sales page to yourself. Do you really want a girlfriend or are you just stupid? Why do you only have pictures with glasses on? I cannot see your eyes. I need to know if they point in the same direction. Please smile with your teeth. I don't want the shock of looking at a toothless man on the first date. If you only have a picture with your friends, like how can I know which one is you? You have 0.1 second. Don't have pictures with your friends on the first picture. Please do not hold anything dead in your pictures. No fish, no lion, no deer, no nothing. Keep everything alive. I want to be alive together with you. I don't want to be dead. Please don't have a hat on every picture. We know you're balding. I don't want that shock either. Please be proud of your shiny egg or, you know, just don't. I feel like a lot of guys on Tinder, you want to trick us into believing you look better or are better than you actually are. And then when we meet you, we just like, oh my God, this was not what I expected. And you think that we will go through with it anyway? Like, just be honest, straightforward. Yes, this is a traumatized girl.
Yeah, guys, so for those of you that like fishing, no more fishing, all right? I don't want to see you fishing again because your future wife doesn't enjoy it, all right? Also, apparently you cannot even kill lions nowadays, all right? Samson will be pretty disappointed at that. What else did she mention? No hats, no caps, right? So all the rappers out of the way. No sunglasses. Pitbull, Stevie Wonder out of the way as well. Right, just write these down, gentlemen, because you don't want to miss out on a woman like this. And I hear you say he done, but I can see she's wearing makeup. Well, I cannot negate that fact. Yes, she is wearing makeup. Yes, she is wearing fake eyelashes. And this video also has a filter. But come on now, guys. Come on. Let's stick to the rules. Now, gentlemen, let's move on to a fan favorite, this woman right here. Now, I know some of you will say that you see this woman more often than your own mother. I know, guys. I've overused her a bit over the time, but she's just so good at it, all right? She's just such a good material, and she also posts 3 TikToks a day. And it was either this or a manifestation video, all right? That was the choice, so I decided to go with this. Let's see what she has to say today.
I am convinced after this last year of dating that it is predominantly made up of meeting the right person at the wrong time. I shared in a different video that over the last year of being on the dating apps that I probably went on at least like 23 dates or dates with 23 different people. And of those 23 people, I would say there's 3, maybe 4 that I felt like, wow, this is someone. So let's just say it's 3. Because those I can be for certain. And
there is already so much to comment. Like, first off, this woman is a serial dater, dating people all the time. Now you say, oh, 23 doesn't seem much for a year. It is. Just a century back, 24 dates you wouldn't go on in a full life. If a century ago you were the kind of person that goes on 24 dates, people will say, oh, you're a streetwalker, right? Just because this is usual nowadays, just because nowadays the average woman goes on 200 dates a year, doesn't mean the 24 is low. No, it's still high. Don't adapt to the modern standard. This is still insane. This is still sociopath behavior. All right? And the second thing, it's hard for me to remember them all because this woman is such a red flag. But the second thing, let me just wind it back a little and we'll take it from there.
maybe 4 that I felt like, wow.
Yeah, I thought about it now. This whole application thing, right? It's like she sorts people out, guys. She weeds people out. It's like she goes on 20 dates a year and then she has her like top 10 people I've been with list, or she has her little competitive ranks and all that, and she's constantly analyzing people. She has like a spreadsheet with their different sets and abilities, kind of like there's some champions from a game or something like this. Now, every person does this at a subconscious level. We prioritize one option over the other, but never to this point. This is not normal, all right? These are the kind of women that if they get in a committed relationship, they will never be satisfied because they will be constantly comparing you to other people. Constantly, all right? Let's continue.
Oh, this is someone. So let's just say it's 3, because those I can be for certain. And of those 3, 2 of them was just the wrong time. So let me explain the 2 that were just the wrong time. The one, he was a year and a half younger than me, did not have children. And the reason that we did not move forward for him was because I had children. Don't get me started on why he even dated me in the first place, but either way, he just could not do it again. He had gotten out of a relationship where she had children, and it was just the whole experience was devastating to him. So much so that he just could not see himself doing it again. So again, it's like I feel this weird energy with certain people that like they're just my people, right? I don't know if that's just me, but there's, I went on dates, I did it, and I do not feel this with everybody, but there are just certain people I feel this weird pull of energy towards. So I felt that like at
this weird, inexplicable pool of energy. Could it be their nice personalities, guys? I don't know, you tell me.
the core, that we just had that connection. But there was really no overcoming this massive, massive issue of him having so much trauma from a past relationship with kids and me having kids. Like it's just not fixable. So that's what I mean. It's just the wrong time. Had I met this guy in my early 20s before I had kids, great. Had I even met him before he had met this other woman, great.
No, not great. The problem here is not time. It's that you're a single mother. All right? Don't blame it on time. Oh, it's time, If I was in my 20s, I could have dated all these men. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. So why didn't you? And you wait until you are divorced and a single mother and a serial dater and a bit ticked off, wrong in the head, all right, mentally deranged from all the experiences you've had, all the baggage, all the trauma. Don't make it about time. Make it about good decisions. That's what is reflected throughout time. That is why time is a red flag. Because you fill your time with making mistake after mistake, not just because time in it, on itself is some kind of, I don't know, magical tool that prevents you from dating.
The chances are high we could have progressed. But the reality is, right person, wrong time. The other guy was 37, I think a year younger than me, still relatively my age, also didn't have kids, and was still technically legally married. He had been separated for over a year, was just owned businesses, so was just in that finalization stage. It just takes a lot longer to get that finalized. But he himself was just not ready to date, like seriously date. He was just out there to meet people, enjoy the day for what it is, and just didn't quite know what it was he wanted yet. So he wasn't at a place yet to want to actually be in any kind of committed relationship.
Oh, now that's very interesting. What's the pattern, gentlemen, between this man and the previous one? Coincidentally, it's just by luck, but the two people she was most attracted to, turn out, didn't even want her. Didn't want nothing to do with something long-term. Were not, she was not the type of woman for them. In a translation, they just had their fun with her and left her, alright? And coincidentally, those were the two that were the best ones. Make of that what you will.
So again, right person, just wrong time in life. And that leads me to my last guy. In which case, he's 40, so just a year older than me, also no kids. don't know. Is that just really common? And he's just ready. And I'm just ready. And we have that energy. And the flow of this relationship is so significantly different. It's like the gates are just open for both of us. The knowing of what we want, the knowing that we each are giving and capable of being what each other wants and needs. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's like right people, right time. Both gates are wide open. It just flows. But I am convinced that the majority of situationships are due to this right people, wrong time. Like you have this connection with someone and there's like a part of you that sees like, well, yeah, like the guy without kids or that couldn't date someone with kids. In my mind, I thought, well, we can get over this, but you know what? Some things you just can't. And I think for me, I just learned that you will meet people that are the right people, wrong time.
We have a winner here, guys. We have a guy who actually wanted to commit for her for whatever reason and was interested in taking it, to the next level. Have a winner here, but it didn't work. Why? Well, she doesn't specify, she doesn't mention, but the real reason is that she has just made it impossible for her to be dateable. All right. Now, I say to avoid these women, not only because they're massive red flags, but because it's physically impossible to be with them. All right. That's another part of it. The bad boys don't want them, and the men who are nicer and actually want to commit to them, the women don't want them. All right. It's literally impossible. It's like, what are you going to do then? You're taking yourself out of the dating picture. And this is how we get these women that are 40 years of age and are still single, because they've been entertaining the bad boys all throughout who don't want them. And if by chance they happen to stumble upon a man that for whatever inexplicable reason to me want to commit to them, they don't want them. The women don't want them. Also, Jordan Peterson, a really respectable man in my opinion, has a really good take on this. And he says that this behavior of serial dating is psychotic. It's a sociopath, right? And he's right, because the definition of a psychopath is that he uses other people for instant gratification. And that is what hookups are. That is what situationships are. Now, for women, it's not just about the S3X as it is for men. They also benefit from validation and attention, which are mostly the reasons why they chase after Chad. All right. And these women, guys, it was at an interview, and the interviewer asked Jordan Peterson, well, are they psychopaths? And Jordan Peterson said, well, even if they're not, what will happen if you keep doing the same behavior for years at a time? Well, eventually you become one, right? These women, guys, are so messed in the head after so many years of situationships, chasing after the bad boys and following toxic behaviors and living chaotic lives. They are so lost. They are so ruined beyond repair. They're broken goods, all right? You just simply have to avoid these women with large body counts or serial daters at all costs. Like, I would rather be with a woman that comes with one divorce and one partner than a woman that comes with no divorce but over 10 partners, unironically, because she's a massive red flag. There's a reason why men all throughout the world dislike high body counts and people with a lot of partners. Okay, there's a reason for it. It's not just that we're being too picky and this is sort of like a pet peeve or something like this. No, there's a biological, physiological, and mental reason for this. Psychological one. We just know that it's a red flag. We know that it comes with all these, bad things. But now, gentlemen, let's move on to our last TikTok, which is going to be about manifestation. Yes, you thought that you can get out of, get off the hook, but no, you won't. You thought that I'm gonna find this massively cringe manifestation video not displayed on the channel. So guys, have you ever been worried your manifestation to meet your soulmate isn't working? Try this easy trick. Let's have a listen.
I was just speaking to one of my clients and how worried they were that they weren't doing enough.
Oh, by the way, for those of you not watching, yes, she has purple hair.
To meet their soulmate, especially if you're someone who wants to meet someone, have kids. The worry, the doubt, the fear, this is actually the energy that blocks you from manifesting and meeting the right guy. Instead of worrying about them the whole day, a really cool tip is to allocate 15 minutes a day for that worry to happen. And yes, I know it sounds ridiculous, but when you do that, it does start to put the worrying into perspective and then make you realize how much of that worrying, doubting energy is taking up your day and your emotional space as well.
He says, it sounds ridiculous, as if not 100% of what these manifestation people will tell you, right? These manifestation shamans.
And that is the energy that blocks any kind of manifestation work from happening. So give that a try, and hopefully that works for you, and reduce that worrying so you can raise your vibration, so you can actually manifest and bring your soulmate into your life.
Oh, now I get it. You know, guys, I've been trying to manifest for so long, didn't work. And now I get it. Thank you, madam. It turns out my vibrations were tuned down because of my fears. You see why manifestation resonates with so many women? It's because it's zero accountability. If your life is not perfectly perfect, I know my grammar is really rich today. If your life isn't perfect, well, that's because you have fears. The key to succeeding in life is having no fears, no accountability, no responsibility, no nothing. Just cope all the time, think that you're the best around, think that you're God's gift to the earth, think that you did nothing wrong, think that you are entitled to everything good in life. That's how you become successful, according to these manifestation shamans. All right, and that's why women believe them. Maybe that's the reason why men dislike manifestation so much, because for everything we do in life and want to achieve in life, we have to try, you know. But gentlemen, before we move on to our Reddit story, which is about a woman feeling let down in dating, as I take a look at Ampu, I remember that a lot of you guys were concerned about his well-being. There's a lot of comments. Hidan, why are you making Ampu go through this? He's just a dog, you know, don't do that. No comments about me, all right? No comments about Hidan, how you doing? How's your day been? And nobody's worried about me, even though I have to go to rehab after every video. No, but it's all right, guys. It's all right. Thing is, now Ampu is also undead, just like me, so don't worry about it. He enjoys it here, right? Ampu, do you enjoy it? Take that cringe face off of you. Yes, that's right. You're enjoying it. You're enjoying being here. You enjoy watching this cringe. So guys, leave a like if you enjoyed as well. But now, without further ado, don't worry about Ampu. He's all right. Let's move on to our article story, which I didn't notice that I was displaying. Had a little teaser on screen. Here it is. This is why it's important to Google your date is the title. And this woman says, my friend met a guy in a bar. They flirted all night and made out. He said he'd love to take her out and gave her his number. They text constantly for the next few days and went on a date the following weekend when they hooked up. Yeah, so second date, hooking up. This is being a woman nowadays. Now don't get it wrong, guys. It's distasteful when men do it as well, but for women even more, because men are the ones who are more, you know, actually active and, you know, more physical about it. Women are the ones who supposedly need a connection before that and all that, right? But nowadays not. She felt weird because he said he had no social media, hadn't given his last name, so she googled his phone number. She found his company website and searched them on Companies House. He was a director of a business alongside a number of women with the same date of birth year. Now, having his full name, she found him on Facebook. His photos showed he just got married a month before. Anyway, stay safe and smart out there. Yeah, because the best way you can be smart out there is by hooking up with strangers you've just met a few days ago. Like, don't get me wrong, this guy, what he did is, of course, bad. Now, it's not even that bad because, come on, guys, let's be honest, this is a successful man that owns a company. He's probably tall, rich, and attractive, and the woman is with him, absolutely realizing that he's going to hook up with other people, right? If you really cheat on your wife in the first month of marriage, you clearly are a guy who doesn't care. This is not a slip-up. This is something that was premeditated by the man. My guesses are that, you know, his wife knew about this and is just there for the money, and this is a transactional marriage. Still, it's bad behavior, right? But this is my take. But you see, guys, these women, they see an attractive guy who also happens to be rich, and they hook up the second time they see his face. This is a total stranger. This could be a sociopath. This could be a serial unaliver. They don't care. They hook up. And then the advice is, oh, these people are so bad over here. Stay smart out there. How about you stay smart? Alright, because in the end you cannot control every freak out there. You cannot control every insane individual. How about you stay smart by not being the equivalent of a 304? Alright, I've seen street workers who hold off bedroom fun longer than these women nowadays. But gentlemen, what do you think about that? That will be the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if so, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.